What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Blitzball Battle 3. This is Game 9, first game of the playoffs between Forgotten Rotten and Como, a rematch that we saw in the regular season. Pete, how you feeling about it?
Great, thanks for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Actually, I'll give you a little bit more than that.
That's what I was hoping for.
Here's what I'm thinking. Trevor wants to turn the momentum around a little bit. First time I've seen him struggle. Mm-hmm. They were not swinging at anything. He was just missing, but just missing isn't good enough. So he's going to want to get themselves into that top winning bracket and not go down and face the chance of elimination tomorrow.
Yesterday when we talked to him in the post-game pressers, I mean, we could tell that both him and Dan had their pride crushed a little bit. Let's look back at that.
Dan needs like 5 more minutes, and then I think he's going to change the attitude. He told me he needs 10 to kind of like process
I'm a sore
everything.
loser if
Yeah.
you guys can't fucking tell.
I think he did excellent today.
Whatever. I'm going to figure it out, I promise, because that wasn't good.
I mean, truthfully, that's very heartbreaking to see Dan Rourke that
It's
low.
not really. I mean,
it is for me.
it's 5
sad.
minutes. 5 minutes and he was swinging around. He's got like split personalities.
I
About
know,
11
but
Dan
he was
Rourke's
sad.
running around this place.
He was sad. What do you think about what Trev was saying?
Trev's going to be fine. Trevor's Trevor. He's trying to mentor, but at the same time trying to stay confident so that he can kind of separate himself if things do go bad. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I mean, he's right. Both of the times that Forgotten Rotten has come back and won the tournaments, they had a loss in their record. And so I think that was I think we saw a great father-son moment between Trev and Dan. It was really touching. And today their attitudes were completely different whenever we interviewed them before the pregame. All right, yesterday was a tough loss for you too. I'm just going to say it. Trev, you didn't look your best. You just didn't. And you showed all of your pitches. You have a rematch today. How are you going to pull out a victory against Como?
Well, look, I said this after the game yesterday. Forgotten Rottens won 2 titles, and each time we lost a game in the pool play. So when I face a team for the second time and I got like a book on the hitters, let's just say my repertoire is going to be a little different today, and I'm going to attack them a little bit differently today.
Now, Dan, yesterday you played great, and I came over and talked to you about mid-first, and I said, how are you feeling? And you said, quote, I'm so hype I can't even contain it, end quote. How does it feel to be the second part to Trev's team? And he's saying that you guys are going to pull out a victory because this is Forgotten Rotten.
Well, yeah. I don't know anything about that yesterday. I think I'm the reason that we lost. But today, that all is a good thing because I'm totally revamped now. I've added 4 new pitches. I realized what I did yesterday against them isn't going to fly. You know, it may work against the other guys in the tournament, but these kids rake. So fastballs on the middle isn't going to cut it. So I've added, 4 pitches to my arsenal, new arm slots, new everything. I had a really tough sleep last night, although I do feel quite refreshed today. I'm ready to go, and I guarantee you we are going to win this game. I guarantee it.
Your teammate has 4 new pitches, like, in less than 24 hours. How do you feel about that?
Well, I have faith in Dan. And Dan, I think, yesterday after that was beating himself up, and I said, we learn from our losses, bro, and we're going to come back better from it. So we're going to do it today. There's no doubt. Do you see any doubt in this face? Did I go home and sulk yesterday after that loss? No. You know what I did? I went to Carbone and had a beautiful dinner. Branzino, spicy rigatoni, a couple bottles of wine. Do you think I'm scared of Como?
You know what I had for dinner last night? I had a double Whopper with cheese and ketchup. I had an 8-piece nugget from Burger King with buffalo sauce, and I was still hungry after that, so to top it off, I got another DoorDash from McDonald's, which was a medium fry, another large Diet Coke, and 2 blueberry and cream pies. I feel fucking fantastic. And I had the receipt.
We were living last night.
4 new pitches. 4.
It's
Thoughts?
just, you can't go from 0 to 100 like that. You've got to go, why don't you just add 1?
It's less than 24 hours.
He also
on
said that he
clock.
had a curveball yesterday, and then, I've seen the video, it didn't look like anything that was remotely like a curveball.
Do you think, I've been saying that statement around the warehouse, and people are like, yeah, I've seen him. Like, people believe him when he says he has 4 new pitches.
What has he got, a wiffle ball stadium at his apartment?
I don't know.
I saw him playing around yesterday when everything else was done. He was down here throwing pitches, but I'll believe it when I see it.
So we've got a lot of confidence on Forgotten Rotten, and we also still got confidence in Como. Obviously, they pulled out a victory yesterday, and they had a few things to say about their rematch with Forgotten Rotten.
Ooh.
All right, guys, rematch against Forgotten Rotten today. Game 1 of the playoffs. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like we didn't play our best game yesterday. I think we can even play better today. So I think on the mound we can throw a lot more strikes. So I'm confident, but I'm not going to underestimate our opponents. Rourke had a good game yesterday. I know Trev is ready to play today, but we'll be more ready.
I would agree with that. I don't think we've played 100% yet. We've struggled in some area in both games, but I think we have a lot of room to improve today, whereas I don't know how much they can do better. So, they put up 8 runs. I don't know how much more they can do. So it's going to take a lot for them to beat us today. I think we'll get this one done again today.
Sammy, are you going to be talking to yourself as much in game? Does that help your performance? Does that weaken your performance? Walk me through that.
Oh, I'll be talking all game. Tune in. I like to talk to myself. It keeps my head moving and not thinking about other things. And then half the time, there's no thought behind it whatsoever. Whatever's in my head, I'm saying out loud, and there just happens to be a mic there, so y'all get to hear it as well. And I sometimes I regret it, sometimes I don't, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not, but you guys are going to be along for the entire ride, for sure.
Talking Sammy.
Now, last question. Are you standing and leaning on this garbage can because you're referencing Forgotten Rotten to be trash?
Not that I'm aware of.
There's a trash can here. That is weird.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor.
We're going to have a lot of confidence in this rematch, if I have to say anything, because Como is dead set on the fact that they did not play that well yesterday, and they still pulled out a victory and think they can do it again today.
We will see. I don't think they saw the best of Trev, and I don't know what we're going to get from Dan. So there's still a lot of questions. So much to play for, obviously. You do not want to go down and have to face elimination tomorrow, like I said earlier, but this is the big one. This is why you come here.
Apparently, Sammy is going to continue talking to himself. He said he does that regardless if he's mic'd up or not, but it was pretty consistent yesterday, and he's going to keep that going today.
Great. I'll
Perfect.
turn that down a little bit, yeah.
On that note, let's throw to a voice that we absolutely love to hear, Jolly Olive, on some stats.
Hey guys, thanks for throwing it over. I'm here to give you the stats on Como Blitzball versus Forgotten Rotten, the 1 seed versus the 4 seed. It's a rematch from yesterday's regular season game, and obviously the story for Forgotten Rotten, as they try to pull off the upset, is going to be Trevor Plouffe. He needs to be tighter on the mound and tighter in the box. Yesterday, his 3 walks on the mound were the most that he had ever issued in a single game as a pitcher. And also, he's 1 strikeout away from the most he's ever had in a single tournament in his career as a hitter. So Trevor Plouffe, not the invincible figure we're used to seeing in blitzball battle. He does still lead all players in runs batted in with 9 and walks with 5. And Dan Rourke is doing his part. Yesterday, he tripled his all-time career hit total with a 2-hit game, including his first extra base hit ever with an RBI double, so good for Rourke. But a matchup to look out for is his numbers versus Sammy Reazer, the primary pitcher for Como Blitzball. Rourke went 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout against Sammy Reazer in the game yesterday, but Reazer has worked a ton so far in this tournament. He's thrown 145 pitches already, which is the most of any pitcher in Blitzball Battle 3 so far. But he and Caden went a perfect 4 for 4 against Dan Rourke on the mound. So if Dan Rourke has to pitch again, that's a matchup you're gonna wanna look out for. They hit him very, very well. On the other side of things, Caden Sartain, not doing great on the mound, but doing great with the bat. He leads all players in batting average at a .727 clip. He's tied for first in doubles with 3, and he's third in RBIs with 6. If he can keep hitting and Sammy can keep that pitch count low, Como Blitzball is in a really good spot to try and upset Forgotten Rotten once again. But right now, they're the high seed and they have the high ground. This should be a great game.
Jolly Olive, a beautiful soul, an even better mind. Thank you for that information. Before we go, we have to say thank you to the people that are making us look incredible right now. Shady Rays. These sunglasses on us right now are Shady Rays, and you can get your own pair. If you use code WAREHOUSE, you can get 40% off your first pair and a link to an exclusive collab with Jimmy and Jake. Yes, Boss Man 1, Boss Man 2 created a pair of sunglasses. It's baffling. There's nothing they can't do. Go to ShadyRaids.com to get your own pair of sunglasses. Use code WAREHOUSE for 40% off and that exclusive link. Pete, got anything else? Modeling's over. Okay, I'm going to go down the field. Bye.
Third warm-up pitch. Let's go. Over here, over here, over here. He's fast. Come on, Clyde. What is this kid doing? right, you can yell.
You want to direct game 2?
Yep.
4, take 4. I know 5. You're boxed out. That's okay. Thank you. Take 3, take 3.
Once in the dome, over 60 miles an hour. We did have to for 5. Your team go up.
All right, 3, you're good. Thank you. Ready? 4, take 4. 5.
Caden, Sartain, the kids from the University of Missouri, really the outsiders of the company.
6.
Really implemented. God, you're gross. Wow!
And we're going to cut and re-roll. Cut and re-roll, everyone. Damn.
Yeah, I'm going to cut reroll.
All right, time right now to take a look at our Shady Rays playoff bracket. We've got the 1 versus 4 seeds and the winner's side of the bracket. So for them, it becomes double elimination. Peter Moylan, we know that during the regular season, the kids from Columbia, Missouri won on a walk-off 10-8.
Massive.
But now we're talking about playoff experience. They've got none. Trevor Plouffe has got all of it. How big a difference could that make?
I'm not sure. I'd like to see Trevor bounce back. I haven't seen Trevor pitch like he did yesterday in a long, long time. He said that he's feeling better with the bat, but the pitching was off yesterday. It wasn't normal Trevor Plouffe. We've got to see a mix-up from him. But these boys are confident. The Como boys are ready.
Okay, but you're a former major leaguer. I always hear how different it is come playoff time, and right? Isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't that the
I've
way
got
you
an
felt?
extensive playoff experience of 1 inning, and it
But
felt
that was
so
three,
different.
3 appearances, getting
Right.
1 out each time, so it's really, really different.
Sure, way different. I'm going to
okay,
lead the
Buckaroo.
league soon. Thanks, mate. Yeah,
It's okay.
cheers.
Paxton Elrod's down on the cement with one final report. What's going on, Pax?
Final report, and I held for this very moment, is Dan Rourke's meal last night, and it's going to play a factor whether that's positive or negative. Last night, he ordered a Whopper from Burger King, 8-piece nugget, got home, was still hungry, then ordered from McDonald's fries, 2 cream pies, blueberry, and a large Diet Coke. So we're going to see if that has any effect on his game, and let's not forget, as we stated in pregame, he's got 4 new pitches.
Pax, thank you.
There's so much to unpack there.
Yeah, but,
There's a lot.
But I would
I
be
know.
more shocked if you had told me that he had a salad, a piece of chicken, and some green beans. I mean,
Right.
he's 22.
But there's a middle ground. You don't have to go from one extreme to the other. You can have something in between. You don't order all that. And I'm sure he didn't go and get it. I'm sure he had it delivered.
He did, DoorDash.
Listen, I am the dietary expert of the
course we
entire
are.
company. For goodness sakes.
Look at us.
Look at this. This body's a temple. A temple of doom. All right, Paxton, you
Pyramid.
have a game prediction for us?
Yeah, I got to go Forgotten Rotten. I can't bet against Trev. I just can't. That feels wrong. It feels warehouse history, guys. Come on, you know?
Same.
Well, let's just keep in mind, every one of the 8 regular season games was won by the home team, 5 via the walk-off. What does that mean for Team Como? It means that you are going to be the first home team to lose. Because in the preseason, I picked Forgotten Rotten, so I'm not going to go against them at this point. Tune in tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern, for the first playoff game here in Blitzball Battle 3, presented to you by Shady Rays.